ذكر المرتضى سيف على الجهل انتضى في النهج فكر المرتضى سيف على الجهل انتضى نور الهدى قد أغمضى لم يحويه رحب الفضاء نعم الأثر يروي السير فيه العبر على ضفاف نهج البلاغ.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. Alhamdulillah, our 21st session of Nehjul Balagha regarding maxims of Ali ibn Abi Talib, salawatullahi alayhi. We are discussing about Imam in this great maxim, as I said before, who newly joined me, so they should listen it, and who are here from the first session, they know, and this thing will be repeated, that the problem with our society and our community is that we people think that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam are limited to say what's halal and what's haram. But when you go to the hadith, when you see the riwayah, when you go and read the Nehjul Balagha, you understand that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam are not just limited. We see that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam knows everything, every part of the life, every part of the universe. When you come to the hadith, to Nehjul Balagha especially, you see that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam is also talking about human psychology, is also talking about monotheism, is also talking about zoology, is also talking about epistemology, is also talking about BBT, which is known as Big Bang Theory. Here in this session, in this maxim, Ahlul Bayt Ali ibn Abi Talib, alayhi alaf wa tahiyyatu wal karam, alayhi salatu was salam, is talking about human psychology. Here you will understand that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, in reality they are not limited. You see, Imam says, قرنت الهيبة بالخيبة والحياء بالحرمان والفرصة تمر مر الصحابي فانتهزوا فرص الخير. Imam says failures are often the results of timidity, that means fear. Disappointment are the results of bashfulness, that means shame. Hours of leisure pass away like summer clouds. Therefore, what should we do? Therefore, do not waste opportunity of doing good things, good stuffs. There are two words in this great maxim when you go through. First word is haya and second word is hayba. See, qurinatil haybatu bil khayba. Hayba is the first word. And wal haya'u bil hirman haya. These two words contains positive meaning and also contains a negative meaning. Things which makes a word positive and negative is the proper place of that. Mawzi' wa mawqif, which is said in Arabic language. If the haya is in the proper place, so it's good. If hayba is in the proper place, it's good. And if it's in a negative place, it's a bad thing. If it's not in a proper place, it's a negative, it's a bad. What does haya mean? Haya, that means having shame. Haya bidhatihi wa binafsihi hasanun. That means haya. Haya bima huwa haya. That means haya is a good stuff. If you just see haya without any attributes and without any quality, it's a good thing. Or hayba, which means fear, is a good thing. But if it's in a proper place, it's good. For example, having haya and having shame from doing bad things, from doing haram, from doing things which are prohibited. That's a good thing. Or having haiba, having fear from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a good thing. But if you change the place, it's negative. In this maxim, Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam is indicating towards the negative part. That what is the reason that this haya and this haiba, this shame and this fear goes negative. Haya is a good, haiba is good. But if it is the result of failure and disappointment, it's a bad thing. Okay? For example, you do something, you are having this, inshallah we will go through it, you will understand things. Let's not give example now. Let us go through things, then inshallah we'll come to the example. Look, there's the thing which may be regarded bad among the people. But in reality, it's not really bad. Okay? Then to feel shy about this is quite foolishness. The thing which you think is bad is not bad exactly. Let me give you an example here. And this example fits to our sessions. A person or a sister or brother doesn't ask questions in the group. It happens. So when you ask yourself that why am I not asking questions in the group, so you say that I feel shame to ask thing. Look, so having shame here to ask something which is important, which is necessary for your theological part, for your belief, for your faith, for your i'tiqad, and you don't ask it and you remain ignorant, this is worst. Your having haya is negative. Your having haiba is negative. Or you have the fear of Sheikh, ayadha billah. Or you have the shame to ask that if I ask questions, so probably or possibly people could say that I'm ignorant person. Because of that shame, you don't ask questions. Now what happens? What's the result? The result is you remain ignorant in reality. So having haya, look, I said you before, human psychology, Imam is indicating to. Imam is saying, look, don't do this. What happens when you understand this example? Now let me repeat a maxim of Ali ibn Abi Talib. What Imam says? Imam says failures are often the results of fear. A person fails. Why? Because he don't ask. Or Imam says disappointments are the results of shame. You get disappointed. Why? Because you were being shy. So Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, Imam Ali alayhi salam is indicating, like, have shame, have fear, but the shame and the fear should be in the proper place. Here I can give you an example of, I think it's about the Unwan Basri. Unwan Basri, who was the Unwan Basri? Unwan Basri was a person of 95 years old. He came to Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam and he said that I want to gain knowledge from you. At what age? 95. Here we can stop and we can think that people think that I'm 30 years old woman or 30 years old man. It's not a time to gain knowledge now. I wasted my time a lot. Now I should do something else. No. Al-ilm ma yahtaj al-san. Knowledge doesn't see your age. You shouldn't see your age for knowledge. If Unwan Basri at the time of Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam can come and gain knowledge at the age of 95, so why shouldn't we? If Unwan Basri at the age of 95 have no shame, He's the Sahabi of Imam. He's known as one of the best companions of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. If he don't fear from Imam Sadiq, if he don't have shame of gaining knowledge at that age, so why should we have the shame? And I really appreciate those people who are old age. I know once one of my brother from this organization, he said me that in this session of Nehjul Balagha, one old woman of the age of 62, if I'm not wrong, Sayyidina, 62, 72, is in our session. And I really appreciate it. I don't know what's the name, and I know who is he or who is she, but I really appreciate it. It's a very great thing. And same goes for young people. We have, she said, Shaib, he's telling me, 14. At the age of 14, we have one of the students here, she is 14 years old, and she is studying Nehjul Balagha. Think about it, 14 years old. I mean, myself never saw Nehjul Balagha book. I never saw a book of Nehjul Balagha at the age of 14. And she is studying Nehjul Balagha. Think about it. This is the ni'mah, my brothers and sisters. This is the ni'mah. Come and gain knowledge. Not from me, I'm nothing. I'm صفر, I'm zero. Go to the ulama. Learn theology, Shia theology. Learn Islamic history. Learn Islamic jurisprudence, usul, fiqh. Learn it. Because this thing will be beneficial for you in this world and hereafter, inshallah. Coming back to our session. So we are talking about shame. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says that bashfulness is of two types. One bashfulness is intelligence, bashfulness of intelligence, and second is bashfulness of foolishness. Bashfulness of intelligence will help you to gain knowledge, and bashfulness of foolishness will help you to be ignorant. So having shame intelligently is good. That means ask things. Having shame from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from doing bad things will inshallah help you to gain knowledge. But having shame from taking the ilm, from learning things, from gaining knowledge will help you to remain ignorant. Ma'ala safi shadid. Now, one question arises, Shaykhana, you indicated the bashfulness of negative part. Do we have the hadith from Imam alayhi salam or from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi about the bashfulness in a positive manner? We do. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله رسول الله Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وآله, he says, الحياء شعبة من الإيمان. Having shame is one of the section in Iman. So this is the shame which will help you to gain knowledge, which will help you to gain Iman. More two sentences from Ali ibn Abi Talib. Here, these two sentences, the third sentence will make you understand that how universe is for Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, how they see the universe, and how when they give example from universe, do think about it. Imam says, "Wal fursatu tamarru marra sahabi." What that means? Imam says, hours of leisure pass away like summer clouds. What that mean? That mean when now science says that in the time of summer, clouds they move fast in the time of summer. Because of that reason, you see that the sun rays come very fast to you. So look how Imam is saying. So how Imam is giving tashbih, how Imam is comparing things. Imam is saying that hours of leisure, we have the word in our language, we say time pass. So Imam is saying you that time, it moves away fast like summer clouds. So what should we do? Imam says, therefore do not waste opportunity of doing good things. Do not waste it. Do good things. My brothers and sisters, it is very important. I do have time, Sayyidina. Do good things. Why? Because this will help you in this dunya, in this world, and hereafter. I am all these things to me, myself. I'm telling all these things to myself. I'm no one to say you all these things. If I have time, what should I do? If I have time, I'm doing nothing. At least recite salawat on Prophet Muhammad and his family, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. Do this. Recite ziyarat Ashura. Recite ziyarat Imam Hussain. Recite ziyarat Amin Allah. Recite ziyarat Ali Yasin. Do something. Go and sit with your parents. Talk to them. Even this is sawab. Think about Imam Zamana. Think about the Islam. Think about yourself. Man arafa nafsa arafa rabbahun. Who will acknowledge him, he himself. If you acknowledge yourself, you will acknowledge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Think about you yourself. Who am I? Where I came from and where I want to go. What should I do here? What I'm doing now. Think about it. It is very important. We have the hadith. Hadith says that the thinking, just thinking, is afdal, is more better than the ibadah of 40 years. Just thinking. The word doesn't come, it's like, al-fikru bil-lahda afdalu min arba'in, it's something like this. Inshallah, I will say the correct hadith to you, but the meaning of hadith is this, that if you think for a lahda, for a moment, it is more than 40 years ibadah, 40 years of supplications. Think. It doesn't need much time. Or do good deeds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our efforts for Nehjul Balagha, and may Allah gives us the knowledge of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Allahumma ajjil li waliyika al-faraj waj'alna min al-awanihi wa ansari wa akhiru ad-da'wani alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin.